Maybe some of you knows. I won 3 times the English Transat. In 92, 96, and 2008 on Monaco. In 92, arriving in Newport, everybody knows Newport, the Temple Cup, Mr. Teddy knows that too. There was nobody at the arrival. Few French, family, 2 or 3 journalists, nothing. Winning the Transat like Tabary, that was not nothing for me, but there was nobody, no problem. 4 years after, I won again this race, arriving in Newport on Trimaran and Fuji. That was the silver one. That was this image. Arriving in the airport of Newport like that. Not too much people, few dinghies, few French journalists, some English, and that's it. And just arriving near the piers, thousands of people crying, comment on dit, hurler, enfin applaudissant, clapping, everything. Wow, I said, wow, everything changed in 4 years. Yes, there were thousands of people just there, but they were not looking at me. They were exactly looking on the other side, and that was wow, that was the Summer X Games. They were there in Newport, exactly by the time we were passing. Ça, c'était intéressant. And that means what? That means some games are sometimes leader in their own country, and that's it. And I'm sorry to say that, but I don't feel our sport is a major one. There are some major sport really popular, but in general, we are not playing in a major way. And some events could be majors for sure. Sometimes, each 4 years or whatever. But I'm not sure the good goal could be to try to do everything to be a major one. I guess we have the chance to share a lot of so nice values. You know, by the time you were saying, Richard, that yes, in the last ranking in France, all the football players dropped down on the list of the well-known whatever. Why? Because they were on strike in last summer. Hopefully sailors never strike yet. Could happen. But hopefully we have no reason to do that, because yes, there is money sometimes, there is business sometimes, but we are still sharing some good values, and I guess the trap we don't want to fall in could be something like a bit too much business, I should say. You know, each time we are winning or a cup or a transat or around the world, that's not for the money at the end, that's just for the pleasure to have beaten the best sailors in the world. That's the only aim, that's the only motivation we have. By the time we're going to have too much business, but that's not, c'est pas un gros mot business, hein? That's not a bad word, for sure, we are all working together for that, but be careful maybe. Alors attends, j'avais des petites notes. Yeah, so, again, the hierarchy and the ranking is not easy to do because, well, in any kind of country, but especially in France maybe, I was explaining to you that you have a lot of 8,000s for sure. Some of them are really difficult for professional, but you can reach the same level in an easy way, by an unknown face. So that means it's not because you're well known that you are the best sailor somewhere. And we have good example in France for that. We have, in a lot of countries, you may have very well-known people which are awful sailors. I say no name, you can write that and think about that, and we can share after that a little bit. But, and that's not a problem, because that's very nice for the market itself. We need this sort of people too. And they are feeding the wide array of sailing. That's why it's interesting. Because if we are talking only about sport, we are dead. I'm pretty sure the sport of sailing is not very interesting. Maybe here, half of the people here are not interested in the sport itself. You don't care about the result, you don't care about that. You care about the picture, you care about the values, but not the sport itself, which is quite funny. So that means we need to respect, and that's the best word to try to use every day, to respect all the facets, of this area. Sometimes. The question was, Denis, what do you think about sailing in France? And he said in France, that was in 2000. The French sailing is, where is Isabelle, where is Isabelle? I don't know if you remember, but Isabelle was Isabelle Autissier, a very great French female sailor, and she capsized during the POC race and was rescued whatever. And that was the big page in France that was wearing Isabelle somewhere in the south. And that was I remember that because I really felt that Denis was right by saying that. Because at the same time, the gold medal Olympic French guys were absolutely unknown. Nobody knows any kind of Olympic sailors in France. Nobody. And that's very funny to see that. If a little Kiwi in his Optimist or Mirror, sailing in Auckland, he wants to do his dream. Might be something like, I'm going to do the Olympic Games, and then I'm going to be involved in the Cup. And in his room, I'm pretty sure he had some posters of Russell and Dean and Peter Blake, maybe. In France, a little guy sailing on a cat. Not an optimist. He's dreaming about that. Rome race, maybe Jules Verne, and since September, maybe the Cup now. But the funny thing, in his room, he don't have any poster of Bertrand Basset or Mathieu Richard. He has poster of Florence Artaud or Olivier de Kersauzon, which is, and they are not racist, they are just symbolic people like that. Allez, encore un petit refuel. And I don't have the time maybe to talk to you about my thinking about media, but we're going to talk about that this afternoon, about the Cup maybe. And just a little word about the Cup. For sure, Jimmy did that very well, a lot better than me yesterday morning, but we all feel that there was a big schism last September. We are all praying the same God, but we are not sharing the same religion. I should say, since many, many years, and many decades everywhere. And since September, there is a big schism, a big change, I should say. And the big change for me is very interesting because the modern world feed a lot the Cup one by the owners. A lot of owners in the world are owning monohulls, and hopefully all crews of any kind of teams everywhere, not only for the Cup, but for the World Cup, have the chance to sail and to live because there are a lot of owners, private owners, which is not the case in multi-hull. There is no private owners of multi-hull in the world. The only multi-hull which are owned are maybe 18 feet long, no more than that. There are 2 or 3 guys like Benjamin Rothschild for sure, but so few. So that's a very, very big change. And we can talk about that this afternoon maybe, but it might be the reason of what's happening today. Some hesitation. And what else? And I guess that's it if you're happy with that. No?